State of New California. Notice to all Californians, Chapter 2, Grievance 49, March 30th, 2021. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence, January 15th, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the new state of California Constitution states, we, the representatives of the counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The counties of the new state of California brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. On April 28, 2020, the new state of California will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. New State of California Grievance 49. Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government violates the following: United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land. And the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. 14th Amendment, United States Constitution, Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such a disability. Order of the day: the end of California's legislature. The following is a partial list of nearly 3,000 bills taken up by the California legislature during the last year. Bill that would end virginity testing in California, introduced to Assembly. Jaywalking decriminalization bill, introduced in Assembly. Legislation to prohibit business charging different price for similar goods based on gender. Senate Dems kill bill to hold fentanyl drug dealers accountable to implied malice. Bill to help prevent future inmate unemployment fraud passes Senate committee. New Senate bill would limit emergency powers of governor, state agencies. Failed. Bill to require state and local government open meetings to include call-in or online option. AB 286 would limit food delivery fees to 15% of purchase price. California lawmaker calling on Twitter and Facebook to ban vaccine activist Robert F. Kennedy Jr. New bill would stop state prison employees from transferring immigrant criminals to ICE custody. California Senate suspends 30-day imprint rule, denies to the public to review the bill. Legislation prohibits employers from discriminating against job applicant for positive marijuana test. Wage liens against employer could be secured through property lien. California legislatures agree upon school reopening plan and $6.5 billion price tag. California bill to require gender-neutral retail departments. In 1966, the California voters approved Proposition 1, which changed the California Constitution to allow an 11-month legislative cycle each and every year. This created a runaway legislative body that knows nothing but creating law after law in order to which justify their existence. It doesn't matter if the law addresses any real issues, just if a law justifies their making home and taking home a paycheck and growing an oppressive state. Keep in mind that over the last year of the COVID crisis, the legislature and their bureaucratic staffers have been getting paychecks each month. Some earn over $400,000 a year, while failing to address any meaningful issues created by a dictator governor to solve California's problems. Note, on March 4, 2020, the California state eagerly allowed the governor to assume dictatorial powers of the legislature and hence the entire state. To date, the legislature is not eager to rescind the governor's dictatorial powers. In Grievance 48 of Chapter 2, Nazine H. Barma is an assistant professor of national security affairs, Naval Postgraduate School, Monterey, New California, and director, Bridging the Gap Project, contributed an article on quote-unquote failed state to Sage Publications for Encyclopedia Britannica. She wrote the following about a failed state. It cannot formulate or implement public policies to effectively build infrastructure and deliver services or effective and equitable economic policies. In addition, it cannot provide for the representation and political empowerment of its citizens or protect civil liberties and fundamental human rights. Thus, state failure manifests itself when a state can no longer deliver physical security, a productive economic environment, and a stable political system for its people. New Californians are experiencing the failed state environment. We must not wait to pick up the pieces, but rather position ourselves for what we know is coming. California is heading for a collapse as a state in just a few short months, and its failed trajectory is now set in stone by a pusillanimous craven dictator who chooses to violate both federal and state laws while ignoring the original Constitution structure set forth by the Founding Fathers of the United States. Not ignored in new state of California, the Founding Fathers are alive and well, and living in the hearts and minds of all new Californians. New California State's place in history as the 51st state in the Union is assured. Thank you, Founding Fathers. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor-dictator and mono-party system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the United States Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of secession. The California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive, instituted wherever the current socialist governor-dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of insurrection, and have created a reign of terror on the United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America, to thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor-dictator of California, the mono-party legislature, and the local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the military to exercise its authority under continuity of government and the Insurrection Act of 1807 to initiate the military's use of martial law and create the restored government of California as requested by New California State to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States of America. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com or NCS51.com, area code 877-828-2753. Thank you.